Good morning, I'm Helen. I'm the member of the Edenhope Tourism Information Centre. We're located here at 96 to 98 Elizabeth Street, Edenhope. The building was built in around 1878. Welcome to the courthouse. Because it was isolated back in the old days, particularly in the 1800s, I guess they saw a need to build the courthouse here. But this here is out the top one is out the front here of the old courthouse.
Yeah, right.
And you can see there's probably not too many ladies in amongst all those men. In fact, I think there's only one, and she's there.
Oh, yeah.
Must have been half time at the courthouse. The old courthouse was officially opened as a visitor information centre back in 1995. Today it is still run by volunteers, and we get lots of visitors from everywhere, including overseas, China, Germany, Japan. Our visitors book identifies how many people we get from the overseas. We take statistics every day. We also have two cells, one that came from Melbourne, which is located outside, and it's a very interesting little cell, which we've just found out that it was beginning to become a little dilapidated due to the weather, to find out that it is actually built with steel. It is obviously so the prisoners could not get out of the cell. That's a very interesting little.
Can we go and look at that?
We can go and have a look at that.
All right.
Yeah, this is all new due to the fact that it was all starting to wear and tear.
Oh, yes.
And the builder found it's all in one piece.
So this is one of the original cells?
Yes,
oh,
it is.
yes. Let's have a look through the hole.
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that, this thing here. That's amazing.
That goes up in there.
Yep. So they were quite secure in there. No one was getting out, were they?
Nope.
Wow.
Not at all.
And how many people would be in here at once?
2.
Wow.
Oh, how am I opening this? Like that. There you go.
And you've got it set up so it's like there's someone in there. That's quite creepy.
And there's the story of the how we got it here, the prison cell.
So where did it come from then?
Melbourne.
All right. So was it here before the courthouse was here?
No.
So it was just part of it?
Yes, it was part. In fact, it was bought here in 2004.
Oh, okay. So it was just an old one from Melbourne.
Yep.
And they brought it up to use it?
Yes.
So it was actually in use?
It was until, they decommissioned it and decided to sell them off. And so, they bought this one up here, which was to provide the Tourism Information Centre with a 5-tonne cell to Edenhope. And it would go nicely with the courthouse built in 1878.
So they're from the same era?
Yes.
But this wasn't in Edenhope?
No. No.
Wow.
And it's 405 tonne in weight.
Wow.
So they had transported it through a local transport operator, brought it here.
Wow. And look at this big key.
Yes.
That is the biggest key I've seen in ages. That is amazing. Imagine having that on your key ring.
Yes. Yep.
Mm.
They were donated by George Bills, Annis, is it? And George Bills. They decided that they were a necessity throughout Australia. And Edenhope was lucky to get one.
A horse trough.
Horse trough, yeah.
So like a public sort of use
Yes.
horse trough, and they
Yes.
decided we all needed them.
Yeah. Well, there was water.
Probably did at the
Water
time.
wasn't accessible back then either.
Right.
When they were bringing the horse and cart through, so they used to have water troughs for them. The museum started with an empty shed next door at 98 Elizabeth Street. It was actually an old SES shed, and it was stored for all the SES trucks and things back in the 80s. And yeah, we had a lot of old artefacts in there. We have a cricket dating back in 1862 when Edenhope was formed, and the Edenhope Cricket Club, and then the Aboriginal cricket of 1868 that toured England, that began here at Edenhope and travelled out through Cadnook onto the ship at Queenscliff. And then in 1988, a second team, 120 years on, returned to Edenhope to reenact that first team. So we have memorabilia of all of those three cricket clubs or cricket teams. There was a gentleman here at Edenhope who felt that the recognition of the 1868 side wasn't good enough. So he got together with his friend Vince Copley out of Adelaide and organised a tour of another team, which was the second team to follow. They too went to England and reenacted exactly the same journey as the first. The best part about their journey was that they were able to meet the Queen, and Mr. Bob Hawke was an instigator of making sure that happened. In 2018, at the 150th anniversary, Edenhope Tourism put together another reunion to get them back to Edenhope, and that was a very emotional tour for them to come back to Edenhope and bring their families. All the 1988 team were recruited from all over Australia. They went to the Sports Academy, and that's where they were selected. So there was somebody from every state and territory. Yeah, it was a very well organised.
So they were quite professional level
very
cricket
professional
players.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
fantastic.
Whereas the 1868 side were all picked from station.
From
different
around
stations
this
around
area.
the district, yeah. So there's memorabilia in our museum here that identifies that team. And then we had a dinner at the local hall to recognise their achievements of 1988. And along with that, we brought along the opposition team, which was the President's 11 of that 1988 side. They played. What was interesting is that one of those members said that they knew that the Aboriginal boys were heading to England to reenact the 1868 side, but they didn't know what happened to them. They knew they went over, but they never knew what happened to them. There was never a follow-up. So it was a really good catch-up and a reunion to be able to reunite those friendships from 1988.
Wow. Sporting and dramatic.
Yes.
Fabulous.
16.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
I'd play tennis if I could wear that outfit. If sport clothes looked like that,
Yes.
I think I'd get into it.
Yeah.
Hoofs and horns. There you go.
Yeah. Bring Albert Bratton Ball is the brainchild of my thinking that Tom Hamilton, my great-great-uncle, was not recognised enough of his teaching the Aborigines to play cricket at Bring Albert Station. So the inspiration was that he was a young man who died almost 30 years of age. He is in the Australian Stockman's Hall of Fame for taking 100 whaling horses up to Darwin over a 12-month period and almost lost his life over it. However, he was not recognised, I felt, along with our family. So the inspiration was to write this book about his life. And in that same book, I have rewritten Pioneering Days of Western Victoria by J.C. Hamilton, his elder brother, who wrote it in 1917, which is a very good read and has lots of information about the Western District of that era. Good read.